Alright, welcome back everybody. Level 14, Dream Dungeon. Dream Den, I'm sorry. Dream Den, is what it's called. I currently have, like, less than 20 Pikmin. Which is probably not enough to fight the final boss. I have 19 Pikmin. Ideally, what you would do with the 19 Pikmin is, if they were all the same color, I might be able to do this. But I think I need more than just 19 Pikmin to beat this character, so... what we're going to do instead is I'm going to grab up these yellow Pikmin, because I already know that they are the superior Pikmin to fight bosses with. Particularly bosses that are very tall. And yeah. I will hide all my other Pikmin back here, in the very, very likelihood that all of my yellow Pikmin are about to get wiped by that thing down there. I'll still have Olimar and a couple Pikmin, so I don't completely wipe. Hey, it's Louie. Hi, Louie. You happen to be sleeping on a big pile of I have located Louie's trespass on a vast amount of treasure. For him to venture to these depths alone, the desire of man is a thing to be feared. Louie is not moving. Could I have exhausted his strength in reaching these depths? It may be time, quickly, to Louie's aid. Or perhaps Louie is not quite the helpless damsel or dame in distress, but rather the mastermind behind this great creature that we see before us. You like poison? I like poison. That's a poison. Poison, poison, poison. So, fun factoid about this guy. You can see he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 treasures on him. Each treasure does something different. This treasure is electricity treasure. It kills any colored Pikmin that's not yellow. Hence the reason why I'm using yellow Pikmin. The other ones are water on this side, fire on the other side, and poison on his bum. The idea is we want to knock off each of these 4 treasures, and then once all 4 treasures are knocked off, we'll be able to fight the actual creature that is hiding underneath the treasures. Fortunately, I need to knock off all 4 treasures before that becomes a possibility. And as you can see, as soon as I start attacking with one, another one will retaliate with another one. And as you can see, while yellow Pikmin are great at reaching high lengths, they're not really good at anything other than the electric stuff. So if they happen to run into fire, like this, or you happen to get stun locked by the fire, there's a good chance you're going to lose some Pikmin. Which I apparently did lose some Pikmin there. At least one, I think. If you don't hit him, instead he'll do like a taunting thing, or whatever. Yes, yellow Pikmin are not good against anything that's not electricity. However, they do have the height advantage, which makes them very useful for this fight. So you also notice that the boss here basically telegraphs what attack's coming next by the color he turns. So in that case, he was yellow, which indicates that he was doing a thunder attack. He is turning orange this time, or red, which indicates he's going to do this fire attack. The fire attack's not hard to evade. Poison attack is not hard to evade. But don't get hit by either one of them, because they could stun lock your whatever you call it character into not being able to recall his Pikmin. Okay? Or if you're not paying attention, the problem with the water one, which I absolutely cannot stand the water thing on this boss, is that it will not only target the area where you're in right now, but it'll target the entirety of this this arena. So even though I've hidden some Pikmin back by the exit area, they can still get hit by that water, even though they won't get hit by the thunder or the fire or the poison, because it sort of stays in this bowl area along with the boss. I'm trying to, and yes, the opposite problem with this boss is if you take non-yellow Pikmin in here, if he throws the yellow attack out, basically as soon as they run into electricity, they will get fried to a crisp. So unlike yellow Pikmin who are able to be recalled from poison or fire or water, Pikmin that get hit by electricity die, and yellow Pikmin evade electricity. So, I'm not doing a very good job. As you can see, knocking off these things, at this point in the battle, at least one of the treasures should have been knocked off of him. However, you're seeing this is sort of the ideal strategy, where he goes yellow, you throw all of your Pikmin on one of the other 3 things. That allows them extended time. I don't have enough Pikmin to do this, but it gives you an extended time period to hone down on a particular treasure and hopefully knock it off of him. Now he's switching to fire, which is bad. But if you have enough Pikmin, like say 20 or 30 yellow Pikmin, you could probably get them up there and knock off one of his treasures pretty easily within, say, 1 or 2 yellow cycles. And then if you do that for the other 3, now you're in the home stretch where the only attack that he can do now is electricity, but all of your yellow Pikmin are unaffected by electricity. And it surprisingly does not do that much damage to your handler, either the boss or Olimar either. So I would probably if my personal opinion is you should target down first the water thing, then target down the poison, because poison has a bigger reach than fire. However, if you're having trouble getting your Pikmin onto the poison one, you can also do fire second, poison third, and then again, like I said, electricity last, because with your yellow Pikmin, if they survive long enough, they will be immune from this attack. So you can just focus down on throwing yellow Pikmin on the electric producing thing in the front. This is not too dangerous. You just have to rotate either left or right depending on which way the poison's going. But it's one of the more dangerous ones because it can kind of lock your characters down, particularly if you're not ready for it. You don't have your Pikmin gathered up prior to this attack going off. Again, water is my least favorite because it's not right now, but it'll be probably... We may not see it in this cycle or in this cycle before I give up fighting this character, but once that item, whatever item you're attacking gets low, basically instead of doing it does a more aggressive version of its attack. So in this case, the water would, instead of going boom, 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 it's going to start going boom, 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 boom. And instead of the poison and the fire, it'll go a farther distance and it'll last longer. So this is what I was talking about. I'm probably done. Now I managed to gather up all my yellow pick. I was going to say, if you get stun locked there, either by the fire or the poison, generally what happens is you'll lose a large chunk of your Pikmin, and in most cases you will not be able to rebound. You'll have to just restart this fight. So that's red, that's fire. This is part of the lockdown I was telling you about, where he's just in the absolutely wrong position that he gets hit every time, and I've just wiped all my yellow Pikmin, so now it's time to actually retreat. So we're gonna switch over to... I had more than 2 Pikmin. I'm guessing they probably drowned. Yeah, I had some purple Pikmin that aren't here, which means they got hit by one of the water attacks that randomly happened to target down Olimar's side of the Pikmin. But this was the main reason why I did that, was because I want to make sure I had some Pikmin, so that in the case I did get wiped there, which was very likely, I was able to escape with all of my treasures. So now I don't have to go back down the hole and redo all of the treasures just literally did. So we're going to be able to now skip over a lot of treasures, and we're going to be able to go down the treasure hole again, to go, what's the word I want to use? We're going to be able to go down that same pit, and now we can skip over the levels we did completely, and we can focus on the ones that we didn't do, which I believe are just the last 3. I'm gonna need to eventually restock my purple Pikmin, because I need to get to 100 purple Pikmin in order for me to pick up this treasure. I believe there's some other treasures we need to pick up, so I'm gonna go look for them now as well. I also could use some more red and purple potions, though, as well as these guys could probably use an upgrade. As you can see, most of them are... The Pikmin dispenser dispenses your most powerful Pikmin first, so flowers, then buds, then leaf Pikmin. But as you can see, I pulled almost exclusively leaf Pikmin, which means I don't have any powered up red Pikmin in tow, or I have very few. So we're gonna waste the rest of today. I'm gonna go power up, like I said, and then when we come back, we'll be doing more of the... we'll be going down the hole again, in other words. So I'm gonna cut the episode here, because there's probably gonna be nothing of any interest, and then we'll come back in a second. Alright, welcome back again. Same episode, but I did grind out some purple Pikmin. Best place I found to grind out purple Pikmin is in the first area, that's the winter area. One of the caves you can do, you can quickly go from the top level down, and then I think it's every 4 levels, like level 4 and level 8, it gives you the ability to turn the Pikmin you have currently into either, at stage 4 it's white Pikmin, at stage 8, I believe it's stage 8, it's either 7 or 8, you can turn them into purple Pikmin. So there are 3 flowers in each one of those levels, so it's like the perfect pit to go down if you're trying to get white and or purple Pikmin. I need all my purples here to pick up this heavy item, otherwise it does not move. So that's what they're going to do, they're going to move. Only downside, as you can see, I've got some flowers and I've got some leaf Pikmin, so they're only going to go as fast as the leaf Pikmin can go, and unfortunately the purple leaf Pikmin are the slowest of them all. So we got some time here to sort of just piss around. I'm probably going to send Olimar and the boss off to fight some enemies that I can punch with my big boy fists. Yeah. So let's go do that, and while they pull the weight, it's probably like a 5 or 10 pound weight, but it's going to require all of my purple Pikmin to lift it. So it's going to be a while before they're done. So I can't summon any more Pikmin in the meantime, so we'll just go off and explore. fight some shit, and then we'll come back once they have officially collected the weight. We're almost done. It takes forever for them to get anywhere, as you can see. I was sort of anticipating them being basically back at the spaceship now, but they probably have another, I don't know, a little less than a quarter of a day before they're gonna make it. That sucks. What else? This day might actually be a fucking bust too, depending on the fact that, as you can see, he undid part of my bridge, so I'm gonna have to bring blue Pikmin over. Fight this. Well, I could fight the fucker now, but I was gonna try. What I'm trying to say is I'm gonna need to rebuild the bridge. Or can I get around the bridge? I can't remember. The bridge is definitely the fastest way to go from A to B. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, I cannot command my commander to go back to the base to pick up and move the purple Pikmin. Luckily, I did leave him here, so smart move on my part, leaving a commander behind to quickly do what I'm about to do, which is swap out all the purple Pikmin for blue Pikmin. And then after that, after the bridge gets built, I can grab the remainder that I need, which is going to be somewhere in the ballpark of about 30 yellows. 20 to 25 blues, 20 to 25 reds. So I probably could even go even lighter than that on the reds. I could probably have his... I could probably do 5 or 10 reds, 5 or 10 whites. That would get me to 20. Do 30 yellows to get me to 50. And then I could easily split the remainder amongst the blues. It'd be 25 and 25. That seems kind of high, but I could split it amongst the other colors is what I'm trying to say. Because I need the reds for fire. We fought the only fire guy in existence already, so we don't have to worry about fighting him again. I will need him to take out some of the fire, you know, little fire pots or whatever you want to call it. Not fire pots, the little fire thingies. And I'm gonna need the white ones, obviously, to take out the poison. Blue, I'm gonna need at least 20 to 25. I'm gonna need at least 20 of in order to get the treasure in the water level. I'm gonna try to bring 30 yellows because they're gonna be ideal for fighting the last boss. And then purples are obviously great against anything that's big. So the hope is to knock this fucker down too. Not that he really can hurt my Pikmin per se. I just don't like him picking them off and planting them. Makes me angry. Like, I picked those Pikmin myself. I grew them in my Pikmin garden. You can't replant them back in the earth like they belong to you. Grab some blue Pikmin. I don't need them to do that. I need them to build the fence. Need them to build the wall. And by the wall, I mean bridge. You know, that's... I know we often talk about... That was dumb. That was double dumb. Don't ask what I was doing there. I just wasted 2 of my, burps. Great. Alright, well... 2 less burps I'll have for the cave, I guess. Not ideal. You guys are looking good. You guys are looking good as well. Yeah, I'm gonna need, like I said, I don't need 46 yellows. Let's bury the 16 of those yellows. And then I'm not gonna need as many blues as I have as well. I'm trying to think how many I actually need. I either need 30 or I need 35. 40 is too many, because it takes up too many Pikmin slots, and I'll end up losing too many Pikmin. 30 is, I wouldn't say too many either. I think it's just enough, particularly if you're expected to lose, say, 5 or 10 Pikmin. Of course, if I don't bring the number of reds I just picked out, I probably could bring the, 35, 40 yellows, and not really even have to blink an eye at it. Because at that point, 40 yellows, that would leave me 20, 40, 60 for the other 3 colors. 4 colors. Well, actually, I'd be light on one of the colors, wouldn't I be? 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, I'd have to crimp on one or 2 colors. Yep. 35's fair. I'll need about 30 blue, 30 blue, yellow, and then that'll give me to 60, so I could split 5 red, 5 white, and go the rest with purple. To be fair, that'd be a fair balance of the 3, of the 5 colors, I mean. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do this now. I've taken too many turns because I killed too many Pikmin. Every time you kill Pikmin, you have to go out and farm more. That's sort of the big thing about the... Well, I don't know for certain because I've not watched any speed runs, but I can guess one of the big time savers is not losing Pikmin. I.e., say you have a bad run on a particular level, you press the reset button, it still counts towards your time, but at least you save your Pikmin, versus, well, I got through the boss, I didn't have to reset, so that saved me maybe a minute or 2 by not having to reset, but I lost, say, 20 or 30 Pikmin. Now I gotta spend time going to recollect those Pikmin. Now, if you have polka dotted, the little polka dot thing, that, you throw 1 Pikmin in and you get 10 back, yeah, that would be a great place to pick up a color that you're sort of lacking on or that has died. We're gonna go down into the pit. We're going into the pit, guys. First, we're gonna actually power up our Pikmin, unlike the first time. I'm also picking up another red potion. That's cool. Or, believe it or not, we will be using the red potion. Trying to group them up into a big ball so I can send the other guy like this. Yeah, like that. What I want. Perfect. Good enough. Alright, down into the hole we go. So the run back, like every other run back we've done in these dungeon holes, dens, basements, dungeons, whatever you want to call it, den. If we don't have to use our Pikmin, we're not going to use our Pikmin. Unfortunately, this is not, I don't really get an option here, because on the first level at least, the move forward hole is hidden by rocks. So I'm going to have to use a combination of all of my Pikmin, obviously, but I was going to say a combination of both my white Pikmin as well as whatever it takes to kill these enemies here. So yellow for this guy, purple maybe as well. Yeah, you're dead. Gonna keep kind of pounding Pikmin on top of you so that you die fast. Of course, need I could easily bum rush through this poison here. I'm not gonna do it, so we're just gonna use our white Pikmin. Like before, we're gonna toss them out. If any bulb orbs start coming my way, I'll just recall them. Looks like they're too far away this time, so it doesn't matter. And now we're just gonna kind of do the bum's rush. Ideally with some purple Pikmin to squish these guys. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I lost one of my blues immediately to the little fucking, I don't even want to even call it a horseshoe crab, hermit crab. I don't really care. As long as I keep, say, 90, 99, 98, 97 Pikmin, I'll be okay with this level. Even if I lose, say, 2 yellows, we're still okay with losing 2 yellows. Ideally, I'd like to lose reds. And that's about it. Red's about the only color I would be willing to lose at this point. Yep, we're on the second level here. We're gonna put you in the corner. I know nobody puts baby in a corner, but in this particular case, we are gonna put you in a corner so I can quickly come over here, not lose any Pikmin, and we move down to the next level. Again, as a reminder, if you see the, what's it called, the radar, but just a quick reminder in case we run into one of those bugs that throw off my radar, we have cleared up to, I believe, level 9, or maybe even farther than that down, unless I am required to do so, i.e. if I'm able to find the exit and it does not require me to use Pikmin, I am just going to go there and exit the area. So that's what I'm doing right now. Also kind of looking around to make sure that I didn't miss anything, i.e. like a flower spawner. Polka dot flower spawner would be ideal. But even the ability to change, say, 5 or 6 of my red into yellows, that would also be useful to me as well. So I think the yellow flower is kind of rare to get in these dungeons. This one I think is pretty straightforward. I think this one does not require any Pikmin whatsoever. I just have to find the exit is all. Not there. Not there. Alright, we're going to turn this direction. And we're going to go this way. And we're going to go this way. And it's not blocked off, so we're just going to skip all of these guys. I still have 98 Pikmin. I feel pretty smart right now. But I got to keep them through at least 2 areas that have bosses. That I'm going to have to fight. Well, bosses, I'm going to put that in kind of quotation marks. I know the bottom area obviously has the final boss in it, so I want to keep as many Pikmin as possible for that. But I think one of the levels I didn't do probably also has some variation of a boss probably hiding in it. So I'm not 100% sure either. Kind of taking a look here. Here's a fire guy that I complained about earlier. We don't need to worry about it because, as you can see, the hole's open here. So we're just going to quickly move down to the next area. Not too much to talk about really here. We're going to zip through these sub-levels until we eventually hit one that actually requires me to pay attention. Luckily, this is not one of those. So, as you can see, the radar is dead. Other than a possible drop of a like a piece like a honey, I can just zip past this area. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna check behind this black gate, see if there's any honey back here from our Pikmin power-ups, and then we'll move on with our life. Okay, doesn't look like there's any, but there is another red one. So now I have 15 red sprays, which, as I said before, is gonna come in handy when we get to the bottom and fight the boss. Give my Pikmin a little bit of a power boost, if you will. A Pikmin power boost. So unfortunately, this area is not like the others. It does have a cap on the escape area. So the plan here is, I kind of did this accidentally, is to use my red Pikmin, because I don't care if they die, to basically go to the other end of the cavern with me. And then they're going to take the stone top off of the exit. And like I said, because I kind of did this because I wanted to balance out my Pikmin to make sure I was prepared for anything I ran into. In case I ran into like another fireball orb, I'd be ready for them. But this, like I said, if these guys happen to die, it's not a big deal. But I have enough of them. This isn't going to take forever either. Want to make sure none of that floating guy with the balloons isn't dropping a giant boulder bomb on top of all of my other Pikmin. I'd hate to lose 80% of my Pikmin in this room because he happened to float over towards the boss and the other Pikmin and throw a big bomb at him. Alright, so despite the fact that the sensor is out of whack because of the one beetle is throwing off my sensor, we already got all the treasures here, so there's not anything for me to have to backtrack and get. So I'm gonna dive deeper, and now I think we're done with the backtracking, though I might be mistaken. I'm gonna cut the episode excuse me, here. Let me see. Excuse me. Sub-level 9, actually, I think we can do real quick. But after we do sub-level... Yeah, this is the nothing level, so I'm just going to find the exit and we're just going to go. But after this, I'm going to cut the episode, and we're going to be on the last couple levels. I think I have to do all those levels fully. So, until then, I hope you guys all have a good one, and take care of yourself.